Hello everyone, my name is Tam and today I will show you my professional standard. First is Standard 1, Know Students and How They Learn. For 1.1, the creation of racetrack activities from wooden blocks align with Substandard 1.1 because in the activities, I show children using and developing their social collaborations, problem solving, cognitive and physical skill. I also apply these activities after observing the children's interest as it aligns with the 5 developmental milestones for children aged 3 to 5, where children develop through play with friends and build objects. Next is 1.2. The children report present the 1.2 substandards because they allow me to understand the children's strengths, interests, and potentials. Therefore, I can analyze children learning and plan suitable activities for different learning areas. This aligns with EYLF assessment learning, where teachers collect all the information of children to create inclusive strategies for each child. In my future practice, I will strengthen my observations and collecting data because through that I can diversify my activities based on children interests. Also, I support children holistic developments because it helps children maximize their potentials. This is aligned with EYLF practice, a holistic and integrated approach for children. Second is Standard 2. Know the content and how to teach it. For Substandard 2.1, I choose the color changing activity present for 2.1 because it shows that children learn about science and language through the hands-on learning and guidance from the teachers. I understand the concept and implement intentional teaching strategies to support children in engaging and learning. Next is Substandard 2.5. I choose the color matching box present for the 2.5 standards, where I help children learn both literacies and numeracies by having them count authority and learn new words, such as colors and names. According to Burbura ETAL 2011, numeracies and literacy link with each other and support each other in children development. In my practice, I will develop my content knowledge in literacies and numeracies. I will definitely choose suitable strategies to deliver learning for children through play-based learning. I continue to aim to develop combined, complex strategies to help children maximize their learning in both literacies and numeracies. Next, we have Standard 3, Plan for and implement effective teaching and learning. For Substandard 3.2, I choose the learning plan because the learning plan demonstrates how I create the structures learning. I also set a clear goal and list all the material I need for the planned activity. Furthermore, list the teaching strategies appropriate for the activities to ensure it runs smoothly. This aligns with NQS Area 1, where I create an activity suitable for children and maximize their learning. Move to the Substandard 3.3, the Easter eggs activities. Present all the intentional teachings I use in this activity. This is a hands-on activity. It shows when I scaffolding for children how to decorate the egg. I'm also using open-end questions to help them enhance their ability to rethinking and their creative skill. Next, I step back to create a space for children to discover on their own. In my future practice, I will develop a deep understanding of all the concepts I want to teach children. I also use more flexible and responsive teaching strategies that are suitable for each different activities. I also create more recycled material activities than one-time use activities. Fourth is Standard 4. Create and maintain supportive and safe learning environments. I choose my water play experiments to present a Standard 4.1. In these water play activities, I support children participations by encouraging them to share equipment and interact with peers. I also adjust the standings frame so that all children in different ages can join in the activity. These actions will increase children engagements and participations. For the substandard 4.4, I choose the sunscreen stations. The sunscreen stations show that educators need to take care and support children's safety. Before any outdoor play, children need to put on sunscreen and wear a hat. Also, educators need to maintain children hydration. Therefore, a water station will be placed near the door so that children can easily use it. In the future practice, I will keep developing my education skills in children safety and children engagement. To help my development, I will refine the supervision and risk management. This aligns with the code of ethics because educators must provide a safe and inclusive environment for children. It leads to children develop confidently. Next is Standard 5. Access, provide feedbacks and report on student learning. For the substandard 5.1, I choose the iPad. In the centers, educators use the iPad to help them to do real-time assessment for children's learning and play. Through photo and observations, the educator can link children's actions to the EYFF outcome, suitable theories, and the developmental domain. This helps educators analyze and access strategies to support children learning more quickly and correctly. For the substandard 5.2, I observe that children are creative when they use their hands and the water pipes as the binocular during the playtime in an indoor adventure themes area. I understand that they love adventures, therefore I create the binocular decorations activity, which show I respond to the child's creative and transform it into the blending activity. In my practice, I will continue to develop my assessments and feedback skills through a more accurate blending cycle for each child. My goal is create more intentional learning extensions that build on child interests and potentials. This is aligned with NQS Area 1 and NQS Area 3. Next is Standard 6, is engaged in professional learning. For the substandard 6.2, the Aboriginal artifacts demonstrates my engagement with professional learning through my study of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander symbols and meanings. By deepening my knowledge, I can create an inclusive teaching practice for children and conduct further research on different cultures. Next is a substandard 6.3. I choose quickly reflections. The quickly reflections and meeting with the supervisor show how the feedback from professionals can help me improve my teaching practice. For example, my supervisors recommend that I do some reading activities with some song for children, and this actually work with toddlers' learning and development. Furthermore, the mentor feedback helped me rethink my blending and improve each time. In my future practice, I will continue to seek further professional knowledge and learning. Also, through discussions with college and mentor, I can receive the feedback to improve my practice and teaching skills. This aligns with the code of ethics where the educator have the responsibility to improve their professional learning. Last one is Standard 7. Standard 7 is about engaged professional with colleges, parents, carers, and the community. For the substandard 7.2, I choose all my certificates that are required in the education industry. These artifacts show that I ensure to meet all the foundational requirements to become a professional educator. First, I obtain the Working with Children checks and the new Foundation of Child Safety training from the government. Furthermore, to deal with the emergency situations, I also need to take a CBR course, a first aid course, and all the vaccines that I must have to meet the education industry requirements. Next is a substandard 7.3. I choose the Harmony Days. Understanding cultural backgrounds and celebrating Harmony Days together demonstrate the connections between families and educators. This is where I support inclusive practice for children and build positive relationships with families. I understand diverse cultures, background, and create a sense of belonging for children. For my future practice, I will keep updating all my requirements, legislations, and child protections in line with government's updates. I also keep a positive relationship with families by understanding their family cultures and valuing their background. According to NQS 6, educators build positive relationships with families and collaborate with them to create a more suitable learning plan for children. Thank you for listening to my presentations. If you have any questions, let me know.